Hey guys, Calvin here. Let's say a man who fell from 44th floor straight down to the ground, or a man who had a car accident, lost half of his head, and even a man who shot 6 bullets into a 7-year-old child. Do you think they will survive? Don't go away. Today we count down the 10 people who survived the impossible.
Number 10. Window washer falls 47 stories and lives. 37-year-old Mercedes Moreno fell 47 stories from a New York skyscraper after his window washing platform became defective, causing Mercedes and his brother to fall to the pavement below. The brother did not survive, but Mercedes did. He was left in a coma for nearly 3 weeks and woke up on Christmas Day. He even was able to walk again a year later. Truly a Christmas miracle. Number 9. Skydiving with faulty parachute. This 27-year-old was eager to try skydiving during her California trip with friends, but after leaping out of the plane at an astounding 8,500 feet, Landy's parachute has become tangled in the reserve. Landy continued to fall for 40 seconds at 70 miles per hour until she finally struck the ground. Miraculously, she only sustained 2 fractured ribs, a punctured lung, a cracked nose, and a chipped tooth. The doctor blamed her survival on the fact that she passed out before hitting the ground, since her body was relaxed. Number 8. Man who drilled 6 nails in the head and survived. Mejia was on top of an unfinished home when he fell from the roof onto a co-worker who was using the nail gun. The 2 men tried to grab each other, but both tumbled to the ground. At some point, the nail gun discharged and drove the nail into Mejia's head. 3 nails penetrated Mejia's brain, and 1 entered his spine below the base of his skull. The nails barely missed his brainstem and the spinal cord, preventing him from death. That is just amazing. 7 nails into his head and he still survived. Number 7. The man with half head. First thing first, let me answer the question that is on everyone's mind. No, it is not Photoshopped. His name is Carlos Rodriguez. For some strange reason, his friends call him Happy. Happy blamed his unique appearance on a car accident caused by drinking and driving. He was thrown out of his car window into the concrete floor. Believe it or not, he still lives a normal life with 50% of his brain functioning. Number 6. The Bullet Man. On March 18, 1915, when Celo Miguel was captured while fighting in the Mexican Revolution, without trial, he was sentenced to be executed by a firing squad. Miguel was shot 9 times, including a final bullet through his head at close range by an officer to ensure his death. Miguel somehow survived the 9 bullets, including the one at the close range, and managed to escape. The photo that you are looking at is Miguel pointing to his scar from the bullet that was shot at close range. Number 5. 47 days at the ocean. World War II has begun, and Zamperini was a pilot. During a rescue mission, his plane crashed into a Japanese-controlled ocean. A quick search of the floating remains equipped them with some petals and a little bit of food. On the very first day, the sharks came, but they managed to beat few sharks to death and eat their livers. After 27 days at the sea, they finally saw an aircraft. Oh wait, it was a Japanese bomber. The plane attacked them 6 times. They jumped underwater to take cover. On day 47, the 2 survivors finally found land. Too bad for them, they landed on Japanese concentration camp, where they are rewarded with daily beating and starvation for 2 years. He not only survived, but also forgave his abusers. Luis Zamperini went on to live a pretty good life. He is now 95 years old. Number 4. Struck by lightning 7 times. Roy Sullivan was a Virginia forest ranger who had an incredible attraction to lightning. Over his 36 years career, he was struck by lightning 7 times. The first lightning struck his foot and knocked his big toenail off. The first 6 lightning strikes is all minor injuries, but the last one is the worst one. The last lightning bolt struck Roy Sullivan's chest and stomach, leaving him with a severe burn. He was immediately sent to the hospital. With all this 7 strikes, he survived every single one of them. Number 3. The Drum Man vs. Desert. Greg Rasmussen, a wildlife biologist, accidentally crashed his plane, leaving him in the middle of the desert with his legs broken. Plus, he had no water and his radio is also broken. He managed to crawl into the shadow of a tree to wait for help, but the desert was bustling with activity at night. Lions started stalking on him. He managed to survive by playing his drum with intense sound, which freaked out the lions. He was rescued by another pilot. When he arrived in a hospital, doctors were astounded that he had lived for even an hour. It took 100 operations to restore even some use of his legs. Number 2. 2 atomic bomb survivor. Mr. Yamaguchi, a 29-year-old engineer, was in Hiroshima on a business trip when the United States dropped the first atomic bomb on the morning of August 6, 1945. He was less than 2 miles away from the ground zero that day. His eardrums was destroyed and his upper torso was burned by the blast, killing more than 80,000 people. He was determined to return home to Nagasaki. 2 days later, United States dropped another atomic bomb, killing more than 70,000 people. Mr. Yamaguchi was in his Nagasaki office, telling his boss about the Hiroshima blast. Then the building suddenly collapsed, but he still managed to survive. He died of the stomach cancer at the age of 93 years old. That is just crazy how he survived 2 atomic bombs. The only bomb I survived is when I bombed my math test, but I did not tell my mom. That's why I survived. I hope she's not watching this video. Number 1. 7-year-old girl shot 6 times to save mom. A 7-year-old girl is being hailed as angel from heaven and a hero for jumping in front of an enraged gunman who pumped 6 bullets into the child as she used her body as a shield to save her mother's life. The doctor says she is truly a miracle with 6 bullets inside of her premature body and she still survived. Without a doubt, this little girl is angel from heaven. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to check out my other videos. If you hit that subscribe button, it will definitely make my day.